stop. Deaf to the yes man, blind to mascots. Look past the moment and try to find your last opponent. Trying to find the answer before this life flashes past you. Blink of an eye, go ghost like a phantom. I'd rather imagine a whole block popping, toast and glasses. More life, no ashes to ashes. Live life fast with no crashes. You can pick shit out.
We come to you from downtown Los Angeles. I'm Ed Cohen with the former Chicago Bull, Jay Williams. And Jay, once you beat the traffic, this is one of the great stops in the NBA.
When you step your foot on that purple and gold floor, you know you have to bring your A game. Plus, your trash-talking A game to all the celebrities sitting courtside, Ed.
It's the definition of showtime. Let's do this. Leonard. Not getting the bounce. Here's Rondo with it. He'll run the offense and finishes strong. So far, so good.
Didn't take long to get this crowd on their feet. And one of the most undervalued things in sports, the 13th man, the fans. If they get you going in the game, they can help you sustain that energy.
Jay, Magic and Kobe each won 5 titles. How are you going to judge LeBron James' legacy in LA? The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk. The maturity of one of the game's greatest on full display.
Yeah, LeBron James still proving that he can get up there with the highest of the high. But still, I love the fact that he recognizes less is more now. LeBron James 2007, every play is a dunk. Now it just happens once in a while. Enjoy the greatness.
Wide open look won't go.
And as a shooter, this is when you start to second-guess your shot. You've had 3 wide-open shots that you just can't put through the net, but still, keep hunting your shot.
Oh, emphatic slam.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
LeBron James. 3 for 4. Good start.
This offseason, I heard so many voices, even that of the great Shaquille O'Neal, talking about how LBJ needed to submit his own legacy. Well, for LeBron, it's not about chasing external accolades. It's about hunting your own legacy, and that's to be the greatest of all time.
It's LA Clippers ball. Leonard to Gortat. They'll get it down low to Harrell. To Leonard. The pass taken away by the Lakers. Runner here won't go down. LeBron James looking good. 4 for 5.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
To George. Beverly. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Kawhi Leonard rejects it.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Beverly into the front court. The score 10-8. Double figures in the first quarter, now at 10, including that 3.
And the more and more I watch, I become mesmerized with that follow-through. That release is effortless.
Rondo with the basketball. Looking to make something happen to James. And 2 for AD.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
George to Gortat. George, he made his first effort, but not that time.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
To Beverly. George, not that time. Rondo into the front court. They're down 3. And that's going to be out of bounds off of George. Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. Lakers ball, knocked loose. Clippers have it. Leonard. Yes, give the advantage to the shooter.
I love the pure confidence on that jumper. He takes that three despite the defender being right in front of his face. That's borderline disrespectful.
James into the front court. Down 6. From the outside, no good.
And that's how you make a difference. Every shot the offense takes, make sure that it has a 10 as far as degree of difficulty.
Screen coming. George in a matchup with Quinn Cook. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Jay, another one goes down. They're right where they want to be.
Exactly. Next play, you have to turn around defensively and get in the stance and actually keep that same kind of tempo.
LeBron James with the rock. Drive on the baseline, but his shot stays out. To Gortat. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
And he misses that one free throw. It's Cook with the basketball. Down 11. Knocked loose. Danny Green against Paul George. And that's going to get out of bounds. Off a Laker.
Hey, check up. Let's go.
Kawhi Leonard against Cousins. Here comes the screen. Oh, great defense there, forcing the pickup. He's looking for that touch.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper.
To Paul George. Beverly. Leonard. Well defended. And now he's going to shoot a few more as he's fouled going up for it.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
Nope. First one does not go. Good recovery. Hits the second free throw. LA Clippers with the basketball. Here comes the screen. Leonard to Beverly from long range. And Patrick Beverly plays with so much confidence. Zero hesitation, knocks it down.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
Paul George swats it. Marcin Gortat pins it. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Marcin Gortat. Shifting gears. Here comes some substitutions. Cousins. Knocked loose. Caldwell Pope. And the Clippers able to clear the board. To Leonard. Paul George. The Clippers with 4 to shoot. George off the iron. No good. Kawhi Leonard. Huge block. It's LeBron.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
George. finish that.
Ed, the game is so different. In today's NBA, defenders are longer, quicker, and more athletic than we've ever seen before. So offensively, as a shooter, you either have to be able to create more space off the dribble for your shot or have a much faster release. Ideally, you have both in your arsenal.
Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball, but sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Ivica Zubac at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. 71% for his career. Bradley to Davis. Ivica Zubac with the block.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
And look out, Jay, perhaps that's a start.
Those kind of plays get me fired up. That's a momentum play. They look lifeless here in the first quarter, but a dunk like that can get your team going in the right direction.
Paul George. To Beverly. For 3. He made his first effort, but not that time. And a whistle.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 2.
And he's fouled. Nice move that time, and he's going to the line for 2.
I'm the first to say I like the intensity as much as the next guy, but you gotta be smart. Early fouls like that may come back to haunt you later in the game.
JaVale McGee, couple of free throws on the way. History not on his side. 58% from the line. Second one's good. Splits the pair. Leonard. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
The okey doke. Let's see if he'll try that one again.
Lakers at the controls right now. To Davis. Kawhi Leonard tips it.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Leonard to Williams. Leonard hits it, and the foul, and a chance now at a 4-point play.
But did you see on that three-point shot, did you see him slightly kick his legs out? By kicking his legs out, the defender runs into the legs, there's contact. That's how you get a 4-point play potentially.
Kawhi Leonard with a chance at a 4-point play. A career 84% free throw shooter. LeBron with it up top. His guys down big. LeBron James. He's 5 for 10, shooting 50%.
Finally something goes their way. I don't think I need to tell you, but this has been a disaster of a first quarter. They just need somebody to get hot, and then they need to come together as a team and get a few stops.
Los Angeles, they have it. Bradley to James. Stuffs it down with authority. Jay, this is getting scary fast.
If you're the defense, you have to deny him the ball. Maybe throw a box and one. Maybe throw a zone. Maybe even throw the kitchen sink because he's putting on a show in the first quarter.
Leonard to George. Lets it fly from long range. It's Bradley with the rebound. To Caldwell Pope. Has a chance. Shot by Caldwell Pope, no good. Here comes the screen.
Screen.
George, he was all over him. To Davis. Anthony Davis. He's 2 for 5. Not great, but trending.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
George to Williams. Paul George to Beverly. To Paul George. Fires the 3.
To number 23, LeBron James. That's his first personal.
Paul George is going to get 3 shots here. A career 84% free throw shooter. First one goes down. Second of 3 is good. No good. Made the first 2, missed the last. To James. And counted at the rim.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
George, he's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Gets it to go, and the foul.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now. LeBron James trying to cash in on the three-point play. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. Timeout called here by the Clippers as they'll talk things over here in the first quarter. Leonard. He engulfed him that time. Kuzma to Bradley. The pass set it all up.
2 points. The assist from number 0, Kyle.
Fires the 3. Can't do much better than that. Kyle Korver misses the shot.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Desperation shot here from half court. The quarter comes to an end. The Clippers are out in front. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. LBJ with it. To Danny Green. To James. McGee powers it through.
How about right after the dunk, he looks right over towards the bench, gets a call from the coach about what defense they're in, and then gets his team set. Those are people that are able to lead men.
Trying to cash in. Deep 2 there. Won't go. Beyond the arc for 3. He continues to light it up from downtown. 5 threes now in this first half.
Yeah, and what's shocking, Ed, is that he's gotten so many open looks. Look, stay down in the stance, stay disciplined, stop losing him, stay attached to his hip, and force him to put the ball on the ground off those curls and finish over your bigs.
Easy path to the rim.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
It's the Clippers with the possession now. To Gilgeous-Alexander. Nice finish at the rim.
And the defender's got to take note. Otherwise, that shot's going up all game long.
Into the front court comes Rondo. 9-point margin. Gets it in the left corner. Danny Green. To James. continued practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
To Gilgeous-Alexander. Gortat. To Williams. Leonard. Going to launch. Beyond the arc. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
And I don't know why the defense continues to help on guys that drive. Make them take shots over your bigs. By you helping more, you're just leaving three-point shooters open on the perimeter.
LBJ has it. Knocked loose. James. And stuffs it home.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Number 23, LeBron James.
Gilgeous-Alexander. To Williams. Gortat. Here's Rondo with it. Down 8. Kawhi Leonard sends it away.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Williams. Tough shot. Well defended.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Slam dunk. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Defensive 3-second violation for the Lakers. For the Clippers.
Got it. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Leonard. Another chance to Leonard. Here's a chance from long range. Can't go down. Smothering defense. Los Angeles has the basketball. Knocked loose. Leonard. Now that's a contest. Right down the lane, but the shot won't go. 4-3. That's good D. Shot no good. Leonard to Korver. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. You need a brick wall to defend this guy. One of the best in the game, Kyle Korver.
And here's the setup, Ed, down the stretch. From a player who's been in these type of positions, eventually I'm going to hit you with a head fake, and you're going to have to jump considering I just made the last couple of threes. And that's when I find an easy way to get to the rim or force the defense to collapse, to kick out for, guess what, another one.
Over to the right side. Can't connect.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
Leonard. Off the mark. No good. Caldwell Pope to Danny Green. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Just not going down. LeBron James able to recover with the block.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Blocked away.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Clippers have the basketball. Williams. And he hits.
And it just seems like the defense has lethargic closeouts. You need to close out with more of a sense of urgency. Run them off the three-point line. Make them take a tough two rather than an easy three.
Rondo with the basketball. Trailing by 11. Here comes the screen. And the rebound taken by the Clippers. Williams across the timeline. He'll run the offense. JaVale McGee with a piece.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Cousins, terrific vision. Won't go down. Defender's lucky he wasn't called. To Williams. Oh, he had him there for a second. To Korver. Williams. He'll get it down low to Harrell. Off the assist.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs. JaVale McGee. Spinning shot. Won't fall. To Korver. Williams. To Parker. Williams. To Korver. From long range. Kyle Korver is going to get a chance at 3 here. Career 88% from the line. First one, count it. It's the second. One more coming. Knocks down all 3 at the line. Lakers ball. Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Textbook defense. Rondo into the front court. Trailing by 14. James. Nice pass to set things up. Count the basket inside.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
To Williams. Tough looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Into the front court comes Rondo. 14-point deficit. And they call it.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
Changes coming from both sides right now. Danny Green. In a flash. Scores at the rim.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Knocks it down. That was a tough shot.
And the three-point shot of the offense applies so much pressure on the defense, you can no longer build your teams inside out. The new way, you build your team outside in.
Here's Rondo with it. Down by 15. And he's fouled. He's going to the line for 2.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
Rajon Rondo at the line for 2 shots. He wants this number up. 60% career free throw shooter. So he hits the first, misses the second. Korver to Beverly. For 3. Great defense, forcing the miss. Great feed, sets it up. To the rim, lays it up and in.
You used to hear all these coaches talk about, we need players to run the floor. No, I don't need you to run the floor. I need you to run the floor with purpose. Those are 2 different things. When you run the floor in attack mode, that's when plays like this occur.
To Korver. Parker. to Korver. Lets it fly from long range. Shakes free and hits.
And they're relentless with these long shots. It just seems like their spacing is perfect, and they come down, they know exactly where they want to be, and they're shooting the ball without hesitation.
LeBron into the front court. Trailing by 15. Gets a look. Can't hit. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
Beverly into the front court. Looking to make something happen. To Parker. He'll get it down low to Harrell. DeMarcus Cousins sends it away. This will get out of bounds. Last touch by Cousins. Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. Korver. To Beverly. Down the lane to lay it in.
Okay, that time it was effective. But a really good defender will put that in their memory bank.
Marcin Gortat snatching it out of the air.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Anthony Davis, 4 out of 7.
I'll look out for that same move on the next possession, though.
It's LA Clippers ball to Korver. Fires the three. Rebound Cousins. Cook to bring it into the front court. His guys currently down by 13. Parker.
2 minutes left in the second quarter.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Oh, they call him for the foul.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
New blood coming in for both sides. Cousins. Fires the three. And it's George there for the rebound. LA Clippers with the basketball. George. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. To Bradley. And the reward, a couple of shots at the line.
Everybody in the building understands he's been a known target. Looks like they're hacking early in this one.
Avery Bradley has got 2 shots coming. For his career, 77% at the line. Off the mark on the first free throw. No good. Missed them both. George. Offensive and a putback slam.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
Lakers at the controls right now. Oh, denied.
As my old teammate RJ would say, stay down, clown.
Beverly into the front court. Counting down toward a minute to go in this first half. Bradley to James. Send it away.
Did you see how far he got up? He kept going up and up and up. I think he's still going up.
And the rebound grabbed by the Clippers. To George. To Beverly. Goes to the left side. It's George for 2.
That reach was just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance. Knocks down the first. And he makes them both. LeBron into the front court. His guys should be able to get the final shot. He throws it down.
The assist from number 15, DeMarcus Cousins.
That misses with 2 seconds to go. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
The Clippers entered halftime with a solid lead. Clearly, the number of three-pointers these guys scored in the first half was incredible. And if they can keep that up, it's going to be tough to keep that team down. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Los Angeles Clippers. The Lakers are in need of some changes at the half. Of course, they still have 2 quarters to turn things around, but it won't happen without making some adjustments. These are the guys getting buckets for the Los Angeles Lakers.
Game track. Defense.
The Los Angeles Clippers are using defense to create offense, and it's coming off blocks and steals. They're putting in work on both ends of the court.
Player of the half.
Kawhi Leonard really showed off his court vision in the first half. When he's able to get the ball moving like that, his team can be tough to stop. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that
First half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway. It's James controlling the offense. Right down Broadway for the 2. Defender has to pick him up.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
George. And he knocks it down, Jay.
And if you're on D right now, if you're off on the weak side, stunt towards the driver. That means fake at him. Don't overcommit. Stunt, then get back to you or stay at home. Force him to make one of those passes or force him to take a crazy shot at the rim.
Rondo with the basketball. Down a bundle. James to Cousins with the flush. Taking on all comers.
And when the ball gets the defense rotating from side to side, you're bound to find opportunities for each other.
To Paul George. LA with 4 to shoot. George steps out and hits.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
It's James controlling the offense. Driving right to the basket. Deep left corner to Davis. Down low. Good look that time, but off the mark. To Beverly. Short jumper off the mark.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
Marcin Gortat rejects it.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Hauled in by James. Danny Green to Davis. Kawhi Leonard swats it.
That kid can block out the sun, man.
To Beverly. Patrick Beverly. Tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make.
For a smaller player, you have to be more creative with your imagination when you finish with those shots around the rim. For the audience, that may look difficult, but for the player himself, that's what they practice every single day.
Los Angeles, they have it. Right down Broadway, 4-2.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Screen coming. George in a matchup with Boogie. Down to 5. Down to 4 to shoot. George. And he can't get it to go down. It's no good. To James. Wide open look. Won't go. George. Message received. Well defended. Across the timeline comes James. His guys down big. George. That won't go. Rondo into the front court. He'll run the offense. Beyond the arc for 3. Slams it home on the putback. He's been a one-man show, but Jay, they're still down in this one.
He's their lone bright star, their only star tonight. Some other of the supporting cast members really need to step up.
Beverly to George. The drive, right to the basket. Old school, backs his man down for the basket.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next-level elite PG. No doubt about it, this year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
Stuffs it down with authority. Here on their home floor, they're chipping away.
I mean, does this crowd have a pulse? Are they even alive? Sometimes when you make a play like that, your crowd needs to get you back in this ballgame.
To Paul George. Gortat. George. Oh, working hard there. Collects the rebound and gets it back up for the slam.
Not really known for attacking the glass, but I like that hustle. We need to see more of that.
Los Angeles has the basketball. Count it. No and 1. There was some contact there.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
George. Oh, good defense by the Lakers. They come away with the steal.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
Going to launch beyond the arc. Paul George can't get that one to go. Defense all over him.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
George, he's been dialed in from long distance. That's now 5 threes for the game.
Nothing more painful than the next day watching tape, seeing the fact that he got 15 points off 3-point shots.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions.
Number 0, Miles Kuzma. Subbing in
LBJ, he commands the paint this time down.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
To Kyle Kuzma. Kyle Kuzma, strong finish. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
To Gortat. Here's a chance from long range. You need a brick wall to defend this guy. One of the best in the game, Kyle Korver.
Defense, do the math. You force him to take tough twos, you'll probably have a better chance to win this game if you can slow down the pace.
Into the front court comes Rondo. Looking to make something happen. He'll go to the foul line to shoot.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
LeBron James, couple of free throws on the way, shooting 66% in this contest. First try at the line, no good. Second one goes, it's a 1-of-2 trip. Beverly to Korver. Beverly to Korver. Beverly to Williams. 4-3. And Lou Williams, quick catch and shoot there for 3.
You live by the 3, you die by the 3. And guess what? They're living large right now.
Drives, but a shot won't go down.
But you can't just be a one-dimensional player. I know you're probably frustrated by me even saying that, but when you don't even give the option to pass the ball by utilizing some head fakes or ball fakes here and there, you save the defender by keeping them on their toes with the element of surprise.
LBJ. Turns and slams it down.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Korver. The pass taken away by the Lakers.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Marcin Gortat pins it.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Beverly into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. James, down low boogie. DeMarcus Cousins, very efficient and making an impact. He's 3 for 3.
And Ed, here's my offensive theory. More touches, more points. This is a fast-paced league. Either the coaches adapt or you'll be left behind.
Lakers ball. Danny Green to Kyle Kuzma. Marcin Gortat, huge block.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Gets to the basket and scores.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Knocks it down from mid-range.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Beverly into the front court. His guys holding the big lead. Oh, good defense by the Lakers. They come away with the steal. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Free throw up and good, and the lead's back down to 13. It's the Clippers with the possession now. Take stock of the floor. Beverly. The pass taken away by the Lakers. To Danny Green. Marcin Gortat with the block.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Beverly missed it. Here's Rondo with it. The deficit now up to 13. Montrezl Harrell tips it. They've recovered it. To Gortat. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead.
2 minutes remaining in the third quarter.
James. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Clippers have the basketball. Here comes the screen. Beverly buries it.
Don't seem shocked. This is how the game is played these days. Shooting a three is like shooting a layup.
Add 2 points to the board.
So deadly. Now look, part of that is God-given talent. But the other part is that ball speed combined with that handle. Oh, that's off the charts. But he always finds a way to slow himself down right before he goes into that shot.
Beverly. Williams into the front court. The lead is 15 to Beverly. Williams. Shot off the mark. Good defense.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
To Beverly. Can't connect from inside. Rondo with the basketball. Trailing by 15. And coasting in for 2.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
James with the board. Driving right to the basket. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. He has struggled just a little bit. 2 for 5. Third quarter comes to an end. The fourth quarter on the way. And a nice advantage right now for the Clippers. The Clippers with the basketball as we begin the fourth quarter. They have clearly been the better side so far. Jay, that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Well, the cardinal rule in the game of sport is whenever you go into the fourth quarter, it's 0-0. You have to play the game with the scoreboard saying 0-0. And if you can win that game by double digits, then you've done your job in the fourth.
To Beverly. The Clippers with 4 to shoot. Leonard has a look. Beverly's shot no good. It's Cook with the basketball. His guy's down 11. Here comes the screen. Avery Bradley. Not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Beverly to Gilgeous-Alexander. Beverly to Gilgeous-Alexander. Beverly. Oh, that's how it's done.
And this squad just continues to light it up from long range. One of the things I learned about teams like this, teams that fall in love with a three-point shot, as quickly as they built the lead is as quickly as they can lose it if they're over-reliant on the three-point shot.
LeBron James with the rock. Kawhi Leonard sends it away. Beverly into the front court. Up a dozen. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. Short jumper stays out. DeMarcus Cousins looking good. 4 for 5.
This coach must have had said some pretty intense words in the locker room to this individual because we're really seeing a different player so far in the second half.
To Leonard. From long range. Smothering D. Cook to bring it into the front court. His guys trail by 10. For 3, off the mark. It's LA Clippers ball. LA with 4 to shoot. Leonard. No good. That's great defense. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Leonard to Gilgeous-Alexander. Leonard. That's how you defend.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack it to the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
And Cousins is fouled. Boogie going to the line. He's going to shoot 2.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
DeMarcus Cousins at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 73%. No good on the first, no good on the second. 0 for 2. LA Clippers with the basketball.
Number 41, Tony Parker.
Probing the defense. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Kawhi Leonard at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. Hasn't missed yet. Free throw try, off the mark. It's Cook with the basketball. They find themselves down 10. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, 3 for 6 now.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Gilgeous-Alexander to Leonard. The Clippers with 4 to shoot. Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, good defense by the Lakers. They come away with the steal.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in the playoff game, it will.
It's the Clippers with the possession now. And he's fouled. A trip to the line coming up.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
And he connects on the first free throw. And gets both to drop at the line.
Number 23, LeBron James.
Avery Bradley. That's how it's done. He's 4 for 4 in the game.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
Kawhi Leonard against Cousins. To Parker. Leonard. LBJ with it. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Unable to connect on the free throw. Leonard around the perimeter to George. LA with 4 to shoot. Leonard. Well defended.
He had such a great first half, but obvious adjustments were made defensively to shut him down, and now he's really starting to struggle.
Knocked loose. Clippers have got it. And look out. Big finish at the rim.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Knocked loose. Clippers have it. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
Kawhi Leonard trying to cash in on a three-point play. Shooting 75% so far tonight. James into the front court. Down 11. Knocked loose. Clippers have got it. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
1 free throw up and good. The lead now 14. LBJ has it. Knocked loose. Clippers have it. Leonard. George. He was all over him.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Danny Green to Cousins. Goes to the right side. Five seconds to shoot. Has a chance. Wide open look. Won't go. Montrezl Harrell able to recover with the block. No to Bradley. Gets a look. Can't hit. The follow won't go either.
But you can't just be a one-dimensional player. I know you're probably frustrated by me even saying that, but when you don't even give the option to pass the ball by utilizing some head fakes or ball fakes here and there, you save the defender by keeping them on their toes with the element of surprise.
To Paul George. Oh, had him going there for a second. Stuffs it down with authority.
You know, it reminds me, Ed, of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Kawhi Leonard with a piece. George, well, the hot shooting night continues. That's his 6th three-pointer of this game.
And you got to give him a lot of love. He's been knocking down shot after shot. But what is the defense thinking? Do you want to play in this game? It's probably time you start buckling down.
Lakers at the controls right now. Shot from the lane won't go. Paul George. To Leonard. Oh, he had him there for a second. And he's fouled. Very close. Free throws coming up.
Look, I get it. Being down sucks. But you can't just start haphazardly playing defense and committing silly fouls. Play this game with purpose.
Goes 2 for 2. Bradley to Cousins. Won't go down. Leonard. Not easy.
And watching all these great shooters on the floor at once, it almost mesmerizes me. It's like you're watching the shot in slow motion. The backspin, it gives off the feel that the ball's going in every time.
To Caldwell Pope. Here comes the screen. Caldwell Pope to Cousins. Missed a wide open look. George against Cousins. To Gortat. Leonard. Kyle Kuzma, strong finish.
You never want to leave anything to chance when you attack the rim. You finish strong every time you head home.
To Parker. George. Leonard. He engulfed him that time. Los Angeles, they have it. Bradley to Cousins. Kuzma to Caldwell Pope. Trying to cash in. Caldwell Pope off the mark.
Oh, I like that. You got the defense rotating from side to side. They're even recovering late, but still you got to make that one.
To George. Leonard. Lets it fly from long range. Tough shot. Well defended. Bradley to Kyle Kuzma. Montrezl Harrell sends it away.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Leonard. DeMarcus Cousins snatching it out of the air. Yes, Marcin Gortat. That's now 4. He hasn't missed.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Bradley to Cousins. Perfect feed to set up the basket. Now the Clippers call it time to talk things over here in this fourth quarter. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. George can't go down. Smothering defense.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Los Angeles Clippers are in the penalty.
The pass taken away by the Clippers.
You better get back on D. This thing is not over.
Clippers have the basketball. George, defended by Cousins. The Clippers with 4 to shoot. Nothing going here on that drive. 24-second violation. substitution being made in this one.
For the Los Angeles Lakers, number 3, Anthony Davis.
Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
To Paul George. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Rondo into the front court. His guys down big to Danny Green. Strong finish that time for Danny Green.
How about right after the dunk, he looks right over towards the bench, gets a call from the coach about what defense they're in, and then gets his team set. Those are people that are able to lead men.
LA with 4 to shoot. Leonard. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. It's the Clippers who come away with the victory as they win this one in blowout fashion. That does it. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Clippers got the win with a comfortable scoring margin. Sometimes a team can hurt itself by being too aggressive on defense. And sometimes a team can guarantee itself a win by using defensive aggression in a focused way, like we saw here today. Check out the leading scores for the Los Angeles Clippers. The Lakers didn't get the victory they wanted here today. I'm sure they can't help but feel frustrated with the result, but they can't let that feeling linger. Sooner than later, they need to start thinking about the next matchup. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Los Angeles Lakers.
Game track. Defense. Player of the game.
Kawhi Leonard could not have been more impressive in this game. The way he scored the basketball looked like he was playing with kids in high school. Here's our top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
a look at what's coming up for the Los Angeles Lakers. That does it for us. On behalf of the rest of the crew, good night.
I rob a man, cause I know they're robbing me. Just give me one, if you don't want,